Hello, I'm Steve, and today I've come to a lovely little cemetery, Verwood Cemetery. We've come today to see Harry Merryfield. Don't know him? What about Buster Merryfield? Don't know either of those? What about Uncle Albert? Only Fools and Horses, 37 episodes. Funniest man I've ever known. He was absolutely fantastic, fitted the part brilliantly. Usually when you swap a character, it doesn't usually work. Had they replaced Grandad with Buster, that most probably wouldn't work either. So he brought him in as a new character, Uncle Albert, Grandad's long lost brother, younger brother, and that worked. That worked absolutely brilliant. We'll have a little walk around, I'll tell you a little bit more about him, and then we'll pop along and have a look at his grave. Just before I go, thank you to Mary and Mandy and Sue for contributing towards my fuel for getting about, which is why I was able to come here today. So thank you to those people. If you would like to contribute, there's a link in the description, or if you're on a laptop, bottom right hand corner of my banner. And that said, let's get on with it. Let's go. Buster Merryfield was an English actor who found fame late in life at the age of 57. He wasn't new to acting though. Buster was born at Battersea, London on the 27th of November 1920, and he was actually named Harry Merryfield, taking on the name of his father, also Harry Merryfield, who worked as a fitter. His mother was Lily Merryfield, who worked as a part-time waitress. Buster also had a sister named Irene, who sadly died when she was only 8 years old. He was given the name Buster by his grandfather, as when he was born he weighed 9 pounds. Woo! And the name stuck his entire life. Buster refused to tell anyone his real name throughout his life, and it never became public knowledge until after his death. We all know Uncle Albert as a pipe-smoking and rum-drinking character, but in real life he was a teetotal and a non-smoker his whole life, and spoke with quite a posh English accent, as you heard at the beginning of the video. In his younger days he prided himself on fitness, doing press-ups and swimming every day in the effort to stay fit. He even became a boxing star in the 1930s. He was the British schoolboy champion in 1936, and in 1945, while serving national service in the army, he was the Southern Command champion. Not a man to be messed with, I'd say. Buster was also a keen amateur footballer and was a Millwall fan, so he did have some faults then. He also played the piano by ear, as he couldn't read music, and also liked disco dancing. Before Buster became a professional actor, he was also a keen amateur actor and director for the theatre group The Characters. They won the Best Play at the Woking Drama Festival in 1966 and 1968. In 1969, Buster won the Best Actor trophy for his role in The Entertainer and The World My Canvas. Now, before becoming a professional actor at the age of 57, he worked at Westminster Bank, now called the NatWest, for nearly 40 years. He started work there on the 11th of July 1938 and passed his banking exams in 1939. His banking career, though, was interrupted by his national service. Unlike Uncle Albert, his most famous character, Buster spent his national service in the army, not in the navy, where his physique resulted in him being a PT and jungle warfare instructor. Whilst he was in the army, Buster was promoted to second lieutenant. It was during the war he first discovered his love for acting. He served as an entertainment officer putting on a show for the troops. Buster finished his national service on the 16th of March 1946. After the war, he married his sweetheart, Iris. Soon after, Buster and his wife were expecting a daughter, and he opted to return to his job at the bank until his early retirement in 1978. At this point, he was a bank manager at the Thames Ditton branch in Surrey. Once retired, he took up acting. He performed at the Connaught Theatre in Woking, in Joseph and the Amazing Technicolor Dreamcoat. He started to pick up a few small parts on TV also. He appeared in Professor Chalice in The Sittingdale in 1983.
Sir, I realise bandages are a pressing matter.
Bandages are vital, Dr. Gadsby.
Chalice, sir.
Huh? Oh, yes, sorry.
I'd just like to say that having got Dr. Manson as our first full-time medical officer, it would be far more appropriate for him, and to our benefit, if he pursued his special interest.
The Bishop in Strangers and Brothers in 1984, and Sir Miles Honeyman in Shroud for a Nightingale in 1984. He got his big break in January 1985 when he joined Only Fools and Horses as Uncle Albert, Grandad's long-lost younger brother, replacing Leonard Pearce, who played Grandad, after Pearce had died in December 1984.
You was. I can speak a bit of German. Can you? Yeah, I was over there just after the war.
Yes, come on, sit down, come over here. Right, sit down now, listen to me. I want you to ask her what her name is, you know, where she lives, her address and all that sort of thing, all right?
Right, lead us to me. What is your name?
Let's have a quick look at Leonard Pearce playing Grandad. Here he is.
Oh, do us a favour, Rodney. Only a month ago you was in love with that skinny bird from the dry cleaners. Now along comes another little girl and you're away again.
In 1996, Buster wrote his autobiography called During the War and Other Encounters. December 1997, Buster fell over at the British Comedy Awards while walking on stage to collect an award for David Jason for his part in Only Fools and Horses. Despite cutting his head, he continued to collect the award. Let's take a quick look.
Is Only Fools and Horses.
Ah, yes. Sadly, there will be no more Adventures of the Trotters from the pen of John Sullivan. We bade farewell to them last Christmas, indeed. But they have been entertaining us since September the 8th, 1981. Making his way to the stage, oh my goodness me, is Buster Merryfield.
Okay. We've had a bit of a mishap there. He's fallen over and we're going to make sure he's okay. We don't want to bring him upstage if he's not feeling too well, so we're going to have a sit down. We've had a bump on the head. Hopefully he'll be okay. I think someone else from Fools and Horses is coming to get the award. Are you okay to come up? Don't come up if you don't feel at all. Oh man, you okay there? He's got a cut on the head. Can we have a tissue and some like the first aid immediately afterwards? Are you okay?
Sadly, Buster Merryfield died in Poole General Hospital on the 23rd of June 1999 as a result of a brain tumour. He left behind his wife Iris, daughter Karen and 2 grandchildren. Buster Merryfield was buried here in Verwood Cemetery, Dorset. His wife Iris died 3 years later on November the 5th, 2002 and was buried alongside her beloved husband, Buster Merryfield. Now I can see Buster's grave. I saw it from back there. I walked past it once too and missed it. But here he is. Look at that. What absolutely brilliant pictures. And that's him and his wife. When he was in the army, no doubt. In loving memory of Buster Merryfield, 1920 to 1999. He lived for those he loved, and those he's loved remember him. And shortly after Buster passed, his wife from 1940s passed away a little while after. And his beloved wife, Iris Merryfield, 1910 to 2002. Always loving, always caring, always there, together forever. Such an iconic man. This guy made me laugh so much. It's a shame he found his professional career later in life, but he had a good life, and it's really a pleasure to come here and see you, Buster. And that's all that's left to say is I bid you farewell.